Hey everybody, welcome back to the first Sunday special in almost half a year, it feels like. Maybe it has been half a year, but it's an off week, so we've got a chance to go through and do a Sunday special. This one is a big one. I had to prep a lot to get this one done, so it's probably coming out a little late on Sunday. Better late than never. But it is every single Jeff Gordon car in my collection. There are two that I'm looking for that I don't have yet. 2014 Michigan and 2015 Martinsville. That's right, I sold the 2015 Martinsville Elite a while back, and it's on my regretful list. So, one of these days I'll get it found again, but those are the two that are missing off this list. Otherwise, I think I've got just about every other Jeff Gordon car out there. I might be missing one, but there are a ton on this list. So we're just going to fly right into it, starting with a 1993 Lumina. This is from his first kind of win. This is when he won his qualifying race at Daytona. I think this was a produced car, but it had some alterations made. You can see there 93 Daytona 500 or Daytona. But you can see it is the old Lumina style body, no headlights on there, nothing like that. You can see there's some rubber stuff kind of sprayed up on the windshield for detail. There's our engine underneath, undercarriage, stuff like that. But 1993 Lumina from that Daytona race, so no big scratches or dents or anything, because it's Daytona. You don't want to go destroy your car, for a qualifying race. So so that's number one on our list, is the 1993 dual win. Next on our list is going to be a 1994 car. This is, as far as I know, the earliest car made in terms of a full-blown raced version. And this is the 1994 Brickyard 400. Now, this car is going to have its own individual review, but there is some really cool stuff, including logos on the seats. You can see there is a helmet in there. The window net is down. You see, obviously, the reef on the windshield. Got the antenna on there. So there are some extra details on this that I really appreciate. Obviously, we got the valence around here on the front, some tape. That's just Gatorade spray there, but a lot of detail on this, including on the interior, that I really like. Even the Snickers logo, getting that correct, because they didn't get the rights when they made it, so it got added on. And then you can see some stuff on the back here as well. So very, very cool car. This is going to be getting its own review before we go to Indianapolis, so that'll be kind of a fun week to do this one. But that is our second one on the list, the 1994 Brickyard 400. The next one on our list is going to be 1995 season. I believe I've only got one for 1995, and that is the 1995 Darlington race. This is the raced version from that. You can see they got an antenna up top there. That's an extra addition. But otherwise, we got a sun visor. You can see we got our front end here for the DuPont Monte Carlo. Right side's pretty clean. There is no right side window in it. That's a little interesting. Little mark back here, but otherwise, pretty much just the paint scheme. We got Coca-Cola on a Jeff Gordon car. That's like a sin. You'll see why later. But yeah, so this is the 1995 Darlington race. This is one of the NASCAR classics. All these cars that I am about to show you today have no box. That's how I bought them. I bought the entire set for under $1,000, and there are over 20 cars in here, so I am more than pleased. But yes, this is the 1995 Darlington race, so that'll be number 3 on our list. As we head to number 4, there we go. Let's see, we're in 96. I don't think there was any 96. I think we go straight to 1997. And in 97, there was 2 cars. The first one was his Daytona 500 winning car. So there you see that. We got the number 24. We got some marks on that side. The most notable part, though, is the front, where we have the grill tape. And this side, where Dale Earnhardt gave him some donut marks on the right side. So yes, the right side is all donuted up. You can see the wheels have their detail in there. Not really, I'm not sure what else there is to really see, but that's the most notable part of that, is the 1997 Daytona win has that right side there, so a lot of people really liked this car. Again, same deal, interior stuff had been done to it, so there is some interior detail, which I really like in there. Some painted parts on the steering wheel and just stuff like that, so I don't know, does this come down? Yeah, there we go. I can kind of peel it down. But yeah, the steering wheel's been painted, the shifter's been painted, the fire suppression system or extinguisher, the little red canister they put in there, that is also painted. So some details like that look really, really nice. But yes, that is the 1997 Daytona 500 win. The next one here is going to be the 1997 Coca-Cola 600 win. This is the car here. You can see an extra antenna, sun visor. You can see some dirt along the front, but otherwise pretty clean. But that's obviously a significant win, being it was a crown jewel event in NASCAR. So, 1997 Coke 600 win. So next on our list, we are into the 1998 season, I believe. Is that right? That was 97, 98? Yes, 98. Here we go. So 1998, we've got two of them. And those two will consist of the Darlington race win with confetti and all. So that's actually pretty cool. This is one of the oldest cars, race wins with confetti that I think I've seen. Most of the older cars they remake don't get the confetti on them, but this one did. So the 1998 Darlington what is it? Darlington Southern 500 is what this car is. So you can see we got plenty of confetti there, which is kind of nice. And then the next one is going to be the 1998 Atlanta. I don't know if it's a Hooters 500, but 1998 Hooters. I say 500. I think it was the Atlanta race. This is the Atlanta race he won. Had the Tasmanian Devil in the Chevy emblem there. Then you can see all the dirt and stuff on the front. Sun visor, some other, again, painted details inside. All of these cars had some painted detail inside the car. That was just kind of something that was added on. I didn't, I guess for elites, the clips or the braces and tethers had been cut, so not my preferred option. However, I will say I do appreciate the wonderful detail in these cars. I think it's very, very cool. So anyway, that was 1998. Now we go to 1999. There we go. All right, so 1999, we have this one here. This is the Daytona 500 win from the 1999 season. You can see the donut mark on the door there. Also, the sun visor painted, part of that's painted up there. The valence here has been customized so that it actually matches. There's our right side. Very rounded look. Look at that. It looks like a very rounded race car. So it's just it's a very different shape from the other cars. So I'm not really sure why it looks so different. It's almost like they used a different mold for it. You can really see it, though. It's very odd. So if anyone knows any more detail on it, I mean, it looks like it's still a Lionel chassis, isn't it? Maybe not. This just feels different. Yeah, this is a weird chassis. But anyway, oh, here we go. There we go. Daytona 500 underneath there. You can see it. February 1999. So anyway, there you go. But that is our 1999 Daytona win. So one more to go after this. Let's see here. So let's go into the year of 2000. 2000 will be the last year of the Rainbow Warriors paint scheme. How tragic. This is the Die Hard 500 win at Talladega. So they did make a version of this car, a little dirty on the front. Definitely added some stuff on the windshield there. We do have a banner. But otherwise, it is pretty clean. It is, it's one of the classics, so they don't go and try to seek out as much race detail as they can. They just kind of get the basics right, which is fine. I mean, it's a, Jeff Gordon won 93 of these things, and eventually they're going to produce all 93 of his wins. I think we all know that, so it'll just take some time. But there you see, you got DuPont right there. A little bit of dirt, but not bad. So, 2000 Talladega win. This is the last of them with the Rainbow Warrior paint scheme. So, next car on the list is going to be a 2001 Las Vegas win Elite. This was I believe a no bowl race or something. I know he got a big old fat bonus. And the reason I know he got a big old fat bonus is because they put the bonus all over the dang car. So there you see the 2001 Elite. You can see the valence has been taped up. You can see the dollar bill sitting there. We got some dollar bills here. Some of them have fallen off. I have a whole bag full of them, so I can definitely add more and kind of get them put back on there. Get no box, so when they get packed up, that's why the dollars fall off. But yeah, overall, we got the red number kind of up on the roof there. You can see we've got number 24, DuPont, and then it is the Monte Carlo from the early 2000s there. So Quaker State, just all of the sponsors are on there. But it is an Elite as well, so you can see underneath, you do get the plate. Las Vegas 2001 is also labeled on there. And then, yeah, it does have the tethers, roof flaps, and the whole works there. So very, very cool 2001 car. As I said, I will probably customize and add the rest of the dollars back on once I get a reference pick and everything. Next car is from 2002. This was a more recent release, and a lot of people weren't happy with it. I can understand why. 2002 Bristol race win. This was the bump and run on Rusty Wallace. You can see really dirtied up on the front end. It is a Bristol win after all. We got DuPont there. The flames, I don't know. This car just looks goofy. I mean, that's the best way I can put it. So there's our engine detail. Looks actually pretty cool. The engine detail looks really nice. But here's where you'll notice it looks really goofy. They seem to have lost their ability to use any of Jeff Gordon's sponsors. Pepsi's, Frito-Lay's, I mean, they're all gone. So the whole back end of this car is just blank. So they definitely need, I mean, there's definitely sponsors missing. You can obviously tell that. You know, they didn't run cars with that much empty space in 2002. So we do get some good race detail on it for sure. That's actually pretty cool. But yeah, for sure there's some missing sponsors there. But it's a newer one, you can tell because there's a din on it and everything. But yeah, hopefully I can find some custom decals and stuff to kind of maybe touch that one up. But it is what it is, you know. So the next car on this list is going to be from the 2003 season. I think I only have one. I gotta look quick, make sure. I gotta always double check, make sure I'm doing my job right. 2003, yes, 2003 Martinsville Elite. I'm not sure which Martinsville race because he won the spring and fall, but the Martinsville Elite, so you got the vents on the front. You can see we've got the hood pins. There's the metal braces and stuff under the windshield banner. Little donut mark on the side, Pepsi. And this is from 2003, so they actually were allowed to have all their sponsors. Fritos, Pepsi, and GMAC are all on there, so I'm guessing that's what it is, or what was missing. Again, roof flaps do open because it is an Elite, which is exclusive to the Elites in 2003. And then the braces and tethers have been cut, but the detail is still really, really good. So, you know, some marks here and there, marks on the tires. The tires actually have all their, you know, individual markings and stuff, which is pretty cool. So, 2003 Martinsville win is on this list as well. I mean, I'm going through, I'm probably only halfway through. So, we got a lot of Jeff Gordon wins, and 2003 only marks halfway. So, got a lot of really cool cars. And again, none of them have boxes, but I don't mind. It's going to fill an entire case, and it's going to look really good. All right, so the next car on this list is going to be the 2004, let's see, Fontana win, I believe. Let me grab it here. There it is. There we go. So the 2004 Fontana win with a custom antenna attached to the top. There you can see the front end here. That's all detail that was added in. Looks really, really nice. The Fontana race win, you know, a little bit of marks. A few marks there, a few on the side here. Real high-speed track, kind of like Michigan, so they don't get too dirty. But they do have the tire markings and stuff. You know, a little bit of contact here on the right side, so I think it looks pretty darn good. This one is an ARC, thus why the roof flaps do not open, but still pretty cool to have the 2004 Fontana car, regardless of if it's Elite or not. Next on the list is another 2004 car. This one is going to be the 2004 Talladega car. Now, I'm sure a lot of us remember this, or a lot of people remember this. This was the infamous race of the beer cans being flung all over the track. Where he basically won the race because they declared the race over. And the NASCAR fans weren't happy about it, but it's a very cool car. I love this paint scheme. The Pepsi Shards car, I believe is what it was called. Bright neon yellow valence down below. The tape was yellow. The Pepsi, bright and darker blue with the bright neon yellow. It was just a great accented car. I loved the look of this car. You got some race detail down that side. This is the Elite, so we got really good engine detail. We've got, you know, a very dirtied up race win, which obviously makes it look pretty cool. And, of course, no braces and tethers, but the engine detail is still really, really nice. So, yes, the 2004 Talladega win is on that list, and I think it's probably one of my absolute favorites. So the next one on this list is going to be the 2004 Daytona win. They used a similar feature here. Neon yellow valence, neon yellow tape across the back window, and neon yellow spoiler. But you can see there a little bit of dirt on there, but it's the Pepsi Billion scheme, really sharp scheme. It's silver and blue, just really looks nice. I mean, Pepsi was getting their money's worth. They'd sponsor only a few races a year, but boy, they were getting in victory lane for a couple of years here with Jeff Gordon. So, you know, it's dirtied up. You've got the race detail on the front end. Again, it is an Elite. What does that mean? It means I can pop this hood open. We got the really good engine detail. Yes, the braces and tethers are gone, but again, for how cheap I got it, I'm not going to complain one bit. So the next one on this list is still from 2004. So they did actually make more of the 2004s. This is when the race wins were really starting to take off. People were really starting to like these. And that is the 2004 Brickyard 400 win. This one here is an Elite, and it has a few alterations made to it, mostly up here on the valence to try and get the valence color right, because they never liked to add the yellow, brighter orange tape. They always wanted to keep it the same color. So you can see that was added in to make it look a little better. You know, I like it. But the tape across here was the big one. That's the big noticeable details. When that's missing, you can really see it. Same deal with the others. It is an Elite, and then you know, engine detail's really good, but it is missing braces and tethers, so not something I mind though. You know, race detail on that side. Let's look at this side. Pretty clean on that side, not too bad. But yes, the 04 Brickyard 400 wins. So a lot of the notable races were made from 04, but there are actually, I think, a few more out there that will probably get made in the NASCAR Classics when they come around. So on to the next season, we are on to 2005. This one is where he has 3 wins, starting off, of course, with the Daytona 500. Now, this car is not my regular Daytona 500 car. I have that in a different spot. This one came with the group, and I haven't decided what I want to do with it, because this one, both wheels are still intact on the front. Mine are actually busted. Now, the visor, the race detail, the way that this car just looks, I mean, this car looks fantastic, but the downside is this car has, obviously, the braces and tethers are cut. So it's kind of a tough decision. I would love to take the outer shell of this one and just put it on the other one. Or not the outer shell. I would like to take this car and just fix the braces and tethers, but obviously that can't be done, so it's a tough call. But anyway, 2005 Daytona 500 win. A bad year generally for Jeff Gordon, but he still had some wins, so not the worst year in the world for sure. But yes, the 05 Daytona 500 is the next one on our list. All right. Now, to follow that one up, we're going to go with the 2005 Martinsville win. This was the earlier race in the spring where he got his second of the year. You can see here there is a chip. That is an actual chip, not a race detail. It does blend in okay, but it was from just being packed with all these other cars without a box. You know, things happen. Again, I got them really cheap, so I'm not going to complain too much. But unfortunately, the 05 Martinsville win's got a little bit of a scuffy in there, so I may just have to throw a little orange paint or a piece of, maybe I'll put a little pretend piece of Bear Bond. I mean, look, the right front had its Goodyear rubbed off, so we can just pretend it was contact, right? But there you see the valence around the bottom. I think that's actually, yeah, that's the right valence. So they actually did that detail right. You can see big contact on the right front corner, and then down the right side there. I mean, it's Martinsville. They were poking and gouging. You can see all the vents opened up for the brakes and stuff down there. Hood pins are taped and all that, but pretty cool car. I like this one. I remember Casey Kane actually finished second in this race, so. Next on our list is going to be 2005 Talladega. He would win again in this one would be the Pepsi Star Wars car, which kind of reminds me of the Pepsi Shards car, but you had Yoda on the hood. I remember seeing it. I thought it looked really, really cool. I remember wanting this car right after I saw it. I thought, wow, that's a really cool looking race car. Jeff Gordon had it, and I wasn't a huge Jeff Gordon fan at the time or anything, but it was just, this was a really cool looking race car. So once I find it with a nice big taped valence down here, piece of tape across that grill opening there, we got Yoda on the hood, and then you can pop the hood open, and it's the Elite version, so you got opening trunk, roof flaps, the significantly better engine detail. It was this is definitely a must-have. So any Jeff Gordon fan, and frankly any fan of this paint scheme, I just love this car. I mean, I would like it in the clean version, but the raced version was even better. So next on our list is the only one I have from 2006. They made 2 of them. They made Chicago and Sonoma. Sonoma is insanely expensive, and I haven't been able to get my hands on it, and I'm not going to shell out a ton of money, as Jeff Gordon was never my absolute favorite, so if it was Kane, maybe, but not for Jeff Gordon. But this is the Chicagoland race win. So this is a car that I've seen his pedestal at Chicagoland, where they have kind of made a little monument to each former winner. But it's pretty cool. I think it's there's not a lot of detail on it because Chicago was a pretty calm race, but race wins were kicking off at the time. Jeff Gordon's a popular driver, so naturally that race was getting made. So yeah, 2006 Chicago, painted interior and some stuff changed and altered in there, so there are some customizations made. All right, so now we are on to 2007. Now this is a year where he won a lot. And I mean a freaking lot of races. He won like 7 races with also this one. This is his dual win from 2007. You can see how beautiful the front looks here. Tape valence, tape grill opening. We got the bright orange tape across the rear windows, on the deck lid, on the spoiler. I don't know. I just think it looks really good. You get all that bright orange on there, and then you kind of accent it all over the car. It just looks awesome. So I believe he actually had some contact. Oh, yeah, here it is. That's on the rear. So a little bit of contact, which is, again, it's a dual win, so they're going to keep it pretty clean, but definitely a really nice-looking car there. So next one on the 2007 list, I believe it's Phoenix. It took him a little bit to get there, but he did win the Phoenix race. Let's see. No, wrong one. I grabbed the other car tomorrow. So he only won twice in this paint scheme in the car tomorrow in 2007 and 2008. He ran this scheme in 2008 but didn't win a single race. But there you see a donut mark there. This is the race where he passed Dale Earnhardt in terms of wins. So you can see here, you get to the right side. This is the Phoenix win. Elite antenna, all that stuff. Again, braces and tethers are not there, but still really, really cool. You got the bumper bars and all that detail. Real heavy car. But this is that race where he did pass Dale Earnhardt, and I remember him taking the flag around the track for that. So, yeah, definitely a good Jeff Gordon car there. Next on the 2007 list, I don't even know if these are in the correct order, but I'm thinking it was Darlington. I have to go back and kind of remember the schedule to the best of my ability, but I think it's Darlington. So this is the 2007 Darlington win. Again, very similar, but we do have some Darlington stripe marks over here on the right side. It is an ARC, and but the confetti style is very, very similar. So the only difference really is the splitter color is black on this one, and it is orange on the other. So I think this is wrong, though. It's either supposed to be black or it was supposed to be orange, but one of them was wrong detail-wise. But that's how you tell the difference between the two when you're looking at them. So you do get some race detail on there, but overall, the right side is definitely where it's at. So 2007 Darlington. Now I'm starting to run out of space. We're going to have to find a new spot for some of this. Now the next one on this list is the Talladega win. It might have been before Darlington. I can't remember. But this is the Talladega win. This one needed an orange valence. This is wrong on the front, and it bothers a lot of people, including myself. But the orange valence would have made this car so much better because you do have everything right. You can literally see a picture of it, a bright orange valence across the front. So that was, unfortunately, a mistake made that is just bothersome to this day. But anyway, Talladega win, so we do have some dirt and stuff on the front of the car, a little bit on the back there, but just overall a nice clean Talladega win. He won a bunch of them, especially between 04 and 07. But yes, 2007 Talladega win. Now next on our 2007 race win list from Jeff Gordon is going to be the 2007 Pocono win. This car here actually does have the orange taped valence. Pretty clean on the front overall. You see a little mark here on the left front, but did keep it pretty darn clean. You can see this is all kind of customized up here, and then the black post inside has been customized as well. A few marks on the right side, but otherwise pretty clean. Just a little bit of nose detail and a little bit on the windshield, as most Pocono races will show. So he was on fire in 2007. 30 top 10s that year out of 36. That's a crazy number. So 07 Pocono. Next on our list is going to be the 2007 Charlotte win. This one here is actually very cool, and this is when they still raced under the lights. And you can see very, very dirty front end here. The valence is taped up. It looks really, really sharp. I actually have a pin for this race too, which is pretty cool. You can see the painted pillar inside the windshield. Some detail on the on the upper windshield for the tear-offs. Not too much on the right side. I'm trying to look over here. Doesn't look like there's a ton of detail over here, but it is blue on the deck lid, which is, I guess it's 50-50 on if it stayed blue or not. But DuPont Automotive, that's unique to this car here, so that's how you can tell if it's the Charlotte win. Plus, much dirtier front end. So, and the last win from the 2007 season is going to be the 2007 Pepsi Talladega win. This car here, car speaks for itself. This is an ARC with a custom antenna. You can see the pillar has been painted. Also, the spokes have been painted black, which looks very, very sharp. You can see the front of this car looks really, really nice. Down the right side, the white and blue Pepsi scheme looks really good. The flames, man, this is a sharp car. I know this is a tough race win to find, so I definitely have no complaints about... actually, none of the detail matters. There were no braces and tethers, so this one's still up to snuff and in really good shape, so I'm pretty happy with it nonetheless. But yes, the 2007 Talladega win, that's the one that'll kind of round out our 2007 dominating season there. Now, in 2008, he did not win any races. That's right, you heard me. He won 0 races. I believe that was the first winless season of Jeff Gordon's career since his rookie year in 1993, where he only won the duel. So that was very strange. And 2009, I'm not going to lie, I don't remember it getting any better in 2009. So I'm going to pull the 2009 win up here in just a minute. I'm trying to slide some cars over so I got room on the table to keep lining these up because there's a lot of them. All right. So 2009, we're going to go ahead and pull out the Texas race win here. This is a very cool paint scheme, very unique. It's the only Jeff Gordon car I know of that was black and gray when he won. Shredded left rear tire, left rear fender as well. This was customized, looks very, very good. Normally they would just do a black fender, but this one has been customized. Again, these are the details that I really love about this collection. Custom antenna added, the shredded left rear fender. These are all things that had been done custom to this car, making it worth nothing to eBay or, you know, collectors like that, but to me, I love it. I love the more detail. The more detail, the better. I'm not going to complain one bit. So very, very cool. We got dirt on the right side. The GED Plus car just looks fantastic. Again, the shredded left rear tire, all that looks really cool. So his only win of 2009, still kind of a down year for him, but at least he did get back into victory lane. Now, I do have one other car. It's a non-points paying race. This was the Daytona dual race. I gotta remember the year. I can't remember if it was 2009 or 2010. So you guys will have to remind me, but I know he won the duels in this Impala right here. So very little dirt, or I shouldn't say very little, a decent amount for a duel for sure. So dirt on the front, but we got the big DuPont logo, number 24, those flames there. This would stick for a few years. I think this is 2010, but I could be wrong. Impala, I think they went straight Impala in 2010. So 2009 it was still Impala SS. So I think this was 09, but this is the dual win. Not a lot of scrapes, dents, or anything, but a little bit of dirt on the front, which never hurts anything. And then it is still the car of tomorrow. This is the only time he won in this paint scheme. I shouldn't say that. This paint scheme in the car of tomorrow form. He would win in it again, and we'll take a look at it because I have it. But it is a somewhat unique car as far as trying to get. All right, so next on our list is going to be 2011. Now this car is going to be, there's two of them here. The first of which is going to be, I gotta reach to it, there it is. The 2011 Pocono race win. This is the paint scheme I was just talking about, the DuPont car with the big DuPont across the front, but it's the Gen 5, you know, with the no spokes splitter. And then this is actually the Elite, so it's got the bumper bar and everything. Very, very sharp car. This thing is awesome. This is a hard one to find. Painted pillar inside. The details all there. Again, braces and tethers aren't, unfortunately, but you can see we got some cool detail down this right side. Just an overall awesome, awesome paint scheme. And again, it was awesome for him to get at least one win in it because that DuPont logo is huge, and I am a sucker for big, huge logos on the hood that, you know, really stretch that. So I really like that look of that one there. So 2011 Pocono there. That's the first of two wins that we have from 2011. The other one has been a recent topic of conversation, mostly. Where did I set it? Oh, there it is. Mostly due to the fact that he dueled his teammate Jimmy Johnson to get it. 2007 Atlanta race win. Now, this is an ARC, so you can see we got pretty dirty front end here. It's kind of dirty all over. Windshield banner there. You can see a donut mark here on the right rear corner, but this was kind of considered the last great duel of Atlanta. I would say this year we had a good duel, not great, but some of that has to do with the car. So, you know, aero-sensitive cars suck, so. But yes. So an ARC, painted rear. Actually, how many others did I have that are like that? There's a few others like that where the rear what do you call it? The rear roll cage, I guess, area is painted black, and so we got the painted pillar up front black as well. But it is still an ARC. So, but yes, very, very cool. This was that really awesome duel with Johnson. So I think this is one of the must-haves. Now the packaging on that car is really cool. It's very unique to that car. Unfortunately, I don't have that, but I still think it's a really awesome car, especially considering, you know, what I got. Now, on to the 2012 season. He would win 3 races in 2012, including his first one, which would be a win at Phoenix. I recently sold the perfect condition Phoenix, but this one actually is more accurate. So this is the one with no right side window, and the trimmed right side window, I should say. And so that trimmed right side window is actually more accurate because they didn't actually run the right side window. And the Elite diecast did have a right side window. So this is the one that has no box and all that, but obviously I almost forgot to say, look at the wall scrape. This is one of my absolute favorite Jeff Gordon wins because of this big wall scrape down the right side. We got confetti on it. I mean, it's got everything you want, right? It's got confetti, it's got dirt on the front, and it's got a big old nice wall scrape. So I love it. This is one of my favorite Jeff Gordon wins. It was one of the only ones I had until I bought this collection out. And I ended up keeping this one instead just because of the fact that the detail was more accurate. And, you know, if I can save a bunch of money by not having a box, I'll do it. The next one is the 2012 Pocono win. This is an ARC. You can see the windshield banner, or the windshield doesn't have the metal bars. It just has the kind of, I don't know, decal bars. But you can see pretty clean around the front. It's the Drive to End Hunger car. You can tell the difference between 2012 and 2011. This is black. It's more of a red in 2011. That's why the Atlanta looks like that. Bright yellow splitter around the bottom. But otherwise pretty clean. It is Pocono after all. They don't do a ton of beating and banging there, but you know, we got some painted details in there, but a very, very cool and sharp looking car. I think he won in this paint scheme twice in 2012, but this one was Pocono, so it's clean. The other one was that Phoenix car, which is just confetti and scraped to heck, so I love it. The last car of 2012 is going to be another Elite. This is a car that has a very unique paint scheme, which is the DuPont 20 Years car. You can see here it's got confetti on the front. It's got silver, which kind of reminds you of his Final Ride, which is one of the cars I don't have listed or brought out here. But you can see silver. We got this bright neon orange and yellow going on here on the front. We got DuPont 20 Years, confetti, antenna, which is not a fake antenna, or I shouldn't say, not an altered antenna. We do get the bumper bar, all the detail underneath, and you know, the good engine detail and all that is there as well, along with the mirror and some other cool extra stuff. So very, very sharp. Actually, this one has 3 antennas on the roof too. That was unique to 2012. So that is the final win of the 2012 season. We'll move on here to the 2013 season. Only got 1 win. There it is. And they only got 1 diecast. So 2013 Martinsville Win Elite. You can see we got the blue and yellow confetti all over the front. We got Gordon on the banner there. You can see the camera decals there. Look inside the right side of the window here. You can see the cab. I can't hardly show it. Golly, I hope I can get some lighting in there. Let's see here. You can try there. There you can kind of see it. See the seat has some decals along the headrest. You'll see that on a lot of in-car cams. It's really hard to show off when the lighting is so hard to get in there. You know, it's like, how do you get good lighting inside of a car? It's just hard to see. But yes, there is a decal around the headrest. There's some stuff on the dash. So alterations were made. You can see a lot of contact here on the right rear corner panel, along with the right rear fender. But it's Martinsville, you know, that's normal. And then left side's pretty clean. You know, a few donut marks, but not too bad. So very, very cool. This is an Elite, so you also do get the better engine detail. The Gen 6 car's engine detail, ARC-wise, was not my favorite by any stretch. 2014, he would win 4 races. Let me think. First of which I believe is this one here, which is Kansas. This is actually going to wrap up the video, the last 4, because I do not have his 2015. So here's the Kansas win. This one is also an Elite. I had an ARC at one point, moved off it, got the Elite here. Tons of confetti caked all over this car. The cool part is the spoiler here. You can see the real tall spoiler with the clear top. Should be that tall on the current cars, but don't ask me. But there you can see some dirt down the right side. Not too bad, but just in general, this car is just mostly known for caked in confetti. And I do have a hole up there I can put an antenna in as well. But very, very unique. I don't think there's any major details done to the interior on this one. It was still taken apart and painted and done a couple things in there, but I don't think we have any major seat decals or anything. And yeah. So the main reason I was mentioning that seat details and stuff is because this car, the 2014 Brickyard 400 win, does. You can see right off the bat Axalta on the headrest there. Very, very cool. You can see we've got some dirt kind of on the windshield. That's not normal. That was altered. I love it. And then you get into this side, and this side is where it looks very cool. You can see Axalta, Sprint, logos all over the interior, 24 on the dash. There's a Chevy emblem on the dash. I mean, look at this car. Is going to get its own unique video, obviously. But you can see right there, we got Chevy 24. Let me get a little closer here, see if I can get it. There you see Sprint, Axalta up there on the headrest. We got 2 Sprint logos, Axalta across one of the bars, just like they do for the in-car cams. So you can see there are decals all over the interior there. I'm trying to see if there's any others. I don't think there are. Actually, there are. I can maybe see it from there. There you can see it. There's a Sprint logo over along the pillar of the door. So that is up along the roll cage there. You see that Sprint logo up, I can kind of point to it right in there. There you see a Sprint logo in there as well. So very, very unique detail. I absolutely love it. Maybe when I do the review of this, I'll actually take the chassis apart, pull the top off so you can see all that interior detail. I think it looks amazing. But yes, this is one of my favorite Jeff Gordon wins. Die-cast-wise, I was very disappointed at the time because he beat Casey Kane to do it. So, you know, that sucked. And our final Jeff Gordon win, at least for this video, is the 2014 Dover win. As I said, I do not have his Michigan win or his 2015 Martinsville win anymore. That'll be a big regret of mine. I should never have sold that car. That was an awesome car, and I don't know what I was thinking. But people make mistakes, including me. But there you can see the yellow splitter. We got the Drive to End Hunger car. This car only ran at Dover. This orange paint scheme, it looks really cool. They did make a die-cast. I actually have a review of it, but this one has the yellow banner and the yellow number. The other one just had a white number, which was one of the things they did for the 2014 Chase. You can see we do got the tall spoiler on the back, a lot of confetti. Overall, pretty clean. You didn't get into anybody too bad, so there's not a lot of crazy detail, but the paint scheme itself is pretty unique. Obviously, the windshield banner is pretty cool, so there's some of those details that I really like, and I think those are pretty awesome. So, anyway, that is the last of those cars. Let me go ahead. We're going to try and line them all up here, see if I got the room. I got to try and, you know, get them all to squeeze, so we got to do some squeezing here. We'll see how we do. So I got to do, let's see, 2007. So you can see I'm moving some cars here. It'll be just a second here. I don't like to make you guys wait too long, but you're going to have to wait if you want to see good quality die-cast. So, there we go. There we go. There we go. And I think I can go 3 long if I have to down here. Alright, so 2007, 2009. I think I'm going to have to go 3 long here for a second. 2007, 2009. 2011. Oh, that's another one. Okay, so I'm still lining them up. I apologize for the lack of quality content here. Here you can kind of see. Look at how they're lined up. I've been lining them up as I've been setting them aside, so you guys haven't had to see how many of them have been getting lined up, but it is a lot of them. So there are a ton of cars here. I'm not complaining. I never complain about having too many cars. I shouldn't say I never complain. I don't complain. I rarely complain. It's a wonderful, wonderful hobby that I am getting to enjoy a lot of. So 2012. Go there and there. And then I believe we are on to 2013. Yes, we are. Alright, so I am literally, my tripod is on the edge of the table. There is no room left. That is how squeezed we are, but we're making it work. Alright. So there we go. We're going to wrap this up by taking a look at every single car on this list. There we go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Jeff Gordon Race to Win. I'm as far back as I can go. Extravaganza. You can see there's my race win scene in person, my prototype, my Casey Kane prototype, and my Chase Elliott car. Those are kind of the favorites. They get to stay up there, but then the rest of this is my grand studio of a table. But let's take a last look here. Man, there is a lot of cars here. This is a long video. 38 minutes of Jeff Gordon diecast. So if you're a Jeff Gordon fan, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. A lot of time went into this. There's a lot of cars in this video, and obviously, as a Jeff Gordon fan, you're probably pretty entertained. But overall, I gotta say, if I had to pick one to be my absolute favorite, it's probably going to be that Phoenix win or one of the Talladega wins, the blue Pepsi ones. But I like a lot. I love raced versions. There's too many cool ones here. So there will be some of these that are coming in future diecast reviews. I have to kind of go through and make sure I haven't done them already before I make a video. But I know I've done a few of them already. But if you have enjoyed the video, do give it a thumbs up. I thank you guys for watching. I know it's going to be another long week without any NASCAR, but we will get back to some NASCAR racing at the Glen, and then I will be live in Indy, so we'll have some fun stuff to go there. Hopefully I'll find some cool cars on the road that I can show off at the hotel and stuff, keep myself busy. So anyway, if you guys have enjoyed, let me know your favorite Jeff Gordon car in the comments below. Other than that, thanks for watching, everybody. This has been Race Craze.